Hello everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to the My Player Career Mode. As always, I hope you guys are doing well. Lots of stuff to do today, games to win, so let's just get started with the first game of today, which is going to be Granada away. Ed Juma for Barcelona, who's actually a game-generated player. I'm not sure if he's come through the club's youth academy, but he gets his first start of the season as we're trying to work some space on the edge of Granada's penalty area. Rice towards Neres. Neres nearly was able to find us back with a return pass, but it's cleared away. Half-time whistle has just been blown, and at the moment it is 0-0, and we can't seem to break down this Granada side. They're proving to make this very frustrating for us, so got to try and move this ball a bit quicker in the second half and try and create something, because they're just sitting in their own penalty area. Juma down the line to Alenya. Alenya will collect this, and now he needs to find a good cross. He pulls it back to Jesus. Not a great first touch, but he's back for Alenya! Side netting. The home side have offered little going forward, but this is a chance for them. And ter Stegen stands tall. They've offered nothing, and the first time they really got forward, they seemingly got in far too easily. The corner now into the middle. We might just have to hit a shot from distance to find the goal. Unless Granada get one right now, as ter Stegen again makes the stop. How come it's so easy for them to create a chance when they play 3 passes forward, and we've spent 45, 50 minutes camped on the edge of their penalty area trying to find a way into their penalty box? I don't really get it. It's like we just fall asleep defensively. But this will be a very frustrating win to drop if we don't find it. And seemingly that's the way it's going. Jesus now in front of us. I mean, that sums up the game, really. Leroy Sané is now on, and he's driving at Granada. Can he create the chance for us? Sané, this is brilliant, but he needs to find the finish. And he's hit the outside of the post. Is it going to be one of those days where we don't find the goal? Jesus, edge of the penalty area, maybe a shooting chance here. He's gone with the ball through towards us, which we will get. But then where do we go with it now? That's the question. And this has been the problem for most of the game, as Granada do not allow us again to have a clear chance at goal. It's Ed Juma into our feet. We've got Romario here for support. Here he is now. Ed Juma again. And you can see this is what we've been trying to do for pretty much the entirety of this match. Jesus to Ed Juma. Back. 1-2s across, and it doesn't pay off. And we've lost it, and we are into added time then. And Granada are going to pull this off. Would you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? We could well now be 4 points behind Atletico if they've won their game. Sané, can you get that? Not quite. And there is full time. Game 1 of today is Granada 0, Barcelona 0. We didn't find the chance. We were playing far too slow. I'm bitterly disappointed in that game, because you saw how we played last video. We were playing some real good stuff. And I bet you right now we'll go play against Spurs and we'll dismantle them. But then we show up and do this against Granada, who are 15th, 16th in the league. It's not quite good enough. A win here would cement our spot at the top of the group, ahead of Spurs, who, if we beat them, would then be, what's that? I think 4 points behind us. They're 1 point behind us right now, so it would put them 4 behind us if we win here. And of course, it depends on what Roma do elsewhere as well. It's not a great start to the game, but we've managed to recover possession and then given it straight away again. Melendo as we approach the half-time whistle, and there it is. The first half that neither side has really shown up in. We've struggled to control the game, to really keep possession. And just before the half-time as well, picked up a slight injury. We'll see if we are forced off with it. It was for a tackle that came in. And unfortunately, that injury has forced us off. So the change has come through. So we'll have to watch the rest of the game play out and see how it pans out. But I've not really got the most confidence that we'll get a win here, because we're not playing very well at the moment. Alexander Arnold down the right-hand side. Might just change that, though, with a cross here towards Goretzka, whose header was on target, but it was straight at Odero. Alexander Arnold pulls it back. Jesus is there! And a save in from Odero. Denies us the opening goal. That was probably the chance, right? That was the chance to find it. And the finish from Jesus hit it straight at the keeper as he goes off the field of play. I believe it's Piontek who replaces him. But we've got a throw in, and this is better from us. We're now creating the pressure. We're not allowing Spurs an easy way out of their defensive third. As the ball falls to Declan Rice. He tries the volley, but the finish, not in the corner. You've got to put these chances in the corners. Right now, the saves are being made, and it's padding our stats, but let's be honest, they're easy saves for Adero. Everything's straight at him. Full time in the game then. It finishes 0-0. It is the second game of today without a goal. We tried in this one. Jesus with the best chance, you'd argue, straight at the keeper. But Roma dismantled Lokomotiv in the other game. So I'm not sure where that leaves in the group stage. I think we're still top. Just a point ahead of Spurs. But now it pulls Roma back into it. So it's like a three-way fight. And of course, there's only two places in the knockout rounds available. He's won it again, ladies and gentlemen. Felix is the October Player of the Month, adding to the one he got in September. And that is the one I wanted to win, of course, to take it off him. Now, thankfully, our injury isn't too long. It's 5 days. So we are not out long term, as opposed to Dominguez, who sustained a 3-month injury in that game against Spurs. So, yeah, it could have been worse for us. Felix right now is definitely the player to watch in La Liga. It doesn't help our case that we've dropped points against Granada and now Atletico are 4 points clear. So, pretty much, we have to actually have them drop points now. We can't just rely on the game we've got against them later on in the season. Will we make it back for this game against Valencia? I'm not sure we will. They are 6th in the league as well. So we need a result against them. I think we're at home. Okay, we are. We're back. But are we actually fit? That's the question. Are we actually fit enough to play the game? Because it's pointless as playing if we're just going to risk injury again. See, I'm on half fitness. There's no way I can play this. So I'm going to have to sim it, unfortunately. I mean, I could play it, but then I'm going to have to come off at half-time, no doubt. And there's always the potential that I'll get injured again. Why would I be thrown straight back into it? Now, after this, we've got a break. We've got Turkey and Sweden away in some international friendlies, which I won't be playing. So we'll go to Deportivo, and then we'll head into game against Lokomotiv. So I'll be back in a second for the Deportivo game. Valencia was a 2-0 win, so we got 3 points from that. Now we go away to Leganes, where we're simply put, we've got to win the game. We have to win it. Atletico just keep picking up points. We need to make sure we match them from now on. So, Leganes, where are they in the league, actually? Let's check that out before we go into kickoff, just to prove the point. Maybe they're having a good season, but we should never be dropping points. We should never be dropping points against Granada. As you can see, Granada are just above the relegation zone. Leganes, not too far ahead. If we drop points again, it's ourselves to blame. We're still undefeated as well, and yet we're 2nd in the league. I think I mentioned this before, didn't I? About teams that have crazy good seasons where they just pick up an astronomical amount of points. And that is one of the reasons why I think I haven't won the league title yet in the series. Because in previous FIFAs, it was not like easy, but teams didn't get like 95 plus points and not win the title. Whereas I've seen quite a few times so far that we have been in teams where the 2nd place team have been on 95 plus, even 100 at times, and still not won the title, which is dumb, right? So that's probably a reason why. And the likelihood is that we will probably get 90 plus points this season, and we will still probably not win the title because Atletico will manage over 100. But we'll take it game by game anyway, and just give it everything we've got. So Leganes is up next. Neres is in here if we can find him, and we can. He lays it across to Jesus selflessly, and we've hit the post. We've hit the post. Neres finds us. The ball through to Jesus. It's quite fortunate, this chance. But we are going to take it 100%. Because the frustration in this first half, again, we have been poor. I don't know what it is about us today. I just don't have a good feeling about the football we're playing. And we showcased it so well in the last video. It's like we turned a corner and then we're back now. Maybe it's just against like the teams we're expected to beat. We kind of struggle to break them down if they sit deep. Because, again, they're offering nothing going forward. Much like Granada didn't offer anything either. But we just don't get the chances. And when we do, we don't take them. You saw Jesus earlier on hit the post with his clear-cut opportunity. That time he takes it, and thankfully so. We go in at the break 1-0 in front. But we could really use a couple more goals here to help our goal difference as well. But if it means us ended up giving a chance back to them, then I'll take a 1-0 gladly. I know it's not the most entertaining thing to watch, but at least it'll be the win. Seconds remain in the game then, as that ball through will not pay out. We win the game. Leganes 0, Barcelona 1. But since we went 1-0 up, we literally did nothing else. Kind of just sat there and defended. I don't even feel like celebrating the win because It's 1-0 against a team we should smash. I completely understand that there's going to be games where, you know, we struggle to break teams down or we don't play our best. But there is so many cases and so many times when this happens. And these are the type of times when we end up losing titles, right? Now, today, we were able to get the goal when it mattered. So we win the game. But anyway, on to the next one. Time now for our penultimate Champions League group stage game. And we take on Lokomotiv Moscow. Spurs face Roma. Roma have to get a result or hope that we lose to keep their knockout round hopes alive. Because, of course, if they fail to beat Spurs, it'll keep Spurs 2 ahead of them. If Spurs win that game, they'll go even further ahead. But they could still do it because we face them on the final day. And, of course, it does go on head-to-head record. We've drawn against them once. And if they beat us on that final day, having us lose to Lokomotiv, then they will go through. But I don't plan on losing the game. So let's get into it. And let's make sure we book our spot in the next round. And then we can worry about if we're top seed or second after that. Here is our 11 on the screen then. We've got Davinson Sanchez playing left back. And the left back who is playing central defensive midfield, which is Conan. Seemingly we're back to that whole players playing out of position thing that we saw at Manchester United. So maybe it's just a bug in the game and doesn't just apply to certain teams. But yeah, so I'm not sure. We should have just put Sanchez centre back, moved Declan Rice into his more natural CDM role. And that's how it should be played. But what do I know, eh? We're getting ourselves underway for this game. And we need to make sure that we win it. Goretzka to Neres, back to Goretzka, gets the shot away. I believe it took a deflection, it did. So it will be a corner ball. And Goretzka will go over to take this. This is good pressure put on by us. We need to find something at the end of this though. Goretzka's delivery, chested down, shot came in with the right foot. And it was straight of the goalkeeper. If it had been on the left, maybe that would have been different. But you guys know by now our weak foot is pretty bad. But it is pretty much one-way traffic in this game. And there we go then. Just after that chance, we thump it home. Barca 1, Lokomotiv 0. And it is a class finish as well. The space was there. I believe it was Conan won the header in midfield. As soon as he headed it down to us, look at the space that we had to work with. It was just so open. So I just drove into that. Could have played it through to Neres, but there was only one thought on my mind, and that was to hit the shot and find the corner of the goal, which we did exactly. 1-0 Barca. No goal updates from Roma or Spurs, but at this point in time, that does not matter to us. Alenya to Goretzka. Goretzka now with a chance. Again, shoots it goalward. But the keeper has made the save. And you sense that this keeper's going to have a pretty busy evening here already. Goretzka with the corner, near post. Headed out only as far as Declan Rice for Sanchez. His volley is blocked. It falls for Rice again. And his volley goes narrowly wide of the bottom corner. Lisov trying to find a way through. Nice back heel, actually, towards Miranchuk. And inside the penalty area are Lokomotiv. And actually, it is a goal back. Well, well, well. I did not expect that would happen. I tell you what, there was a touch that he took here. I was trying to time the challenge, and I completely mistime it. I don't even press the button because I wasn't expecting the heavy touch to kind of knock the ball past. You'll see it in a second. But it was really well worked, actually. This touch there, that one. I was trying to, like, block the path he was going to run into. But then he took, like, the touch forward. And that kind of, yeah, confused me a little bit. And at that point, he had a shot goal. Near post. And we may have been piling on the pressure. But it is 1-1. Neres has got Jesus for support. Lovely play between the two of them. And Gabriel Jesus is able to find the goal that puts us back in front here. 2-1. Straight after we've come back out for the second half. Goretzka with some space. Lovely ball through. And he finds Jesus, who tries to go for the near post. Didn't put a lot of power behind the shot, actually. Seemingly went for placement instead. But really, I think that should be 3-1 Barcelona. And this is more like it. We've only really given one chance away, and they scored it to their credit. But we are dominating this game as we get ourselves a corner. Sent into the middle. The header comes in, but I believe it will be cleared away, and it is. Declan Rice, though, has it back. Marquinhos towards us. Sane just come on as a substitute. He loses possession with one of his first touches. But half an hour to play here. I believe it's still 0-0 in the other group stage game as well. Goretzka, I've made the run. Sane into our path. Jesus just in front of us, and surely to finish it. But for a big save again from Lokomotiv's goalkeeper. And there has been a goal in Roma versus Spurs, and it's gone the way of Roma. So they will keep their Champions League hopes alive. Because that will put them onto, is it 8 points? They'll actually be ahead of Spurs after this. But with 4 minutes to go here, we now need to hold on then. And we've not really been tested since that goal went in from our opponents. So I don't really feel like we will concede again. But a third goal would really top it off for us. Rice finds us again. The delivery towards the back post. And it's there for Alexander Isak as he smashes home. It is 3-1. It is going to be the win on the board as well. And this is what we needed, just to make sure we got through the group. And our next game then is about securing the top seed. And I'm pretty sure, actually, that all we'll need against Roma to do that is just a draw. So, yeah. Romario right-hand side with a cross to Alexander Isak. It's off the post. Sane turns home the rebound. But the offside flag's gone up. It will not count. It will not be the 4th goal for us. Is he offside? That looks very, very close. That's, well, I mean, the linesman has probably got that one right, but it is very close. Doesn't matter to us because the win is now secured. The referee will end off the game. 3-1 victors. Well, well, well. We're into the group stage, the knockout rounds of the Champions League. But who will join us? Spurs or Roma? Bilbao to end off today then as our final game. And for some reason, it did not pop up with the 2 teams. But they've got Martinelli in their team, I believe. Harry Maguire at centre-back. In fact, it'll pop up on the bottom of your screen right now. So take a look down there. I'll be sure to make sure this is in the video. So Harry Maguire at centre-back. I'm looking right now. And Martinelli up front, as I suspected. Other than that, I think they're sort of the 2 biggest names in their team. So, yeah, but the way we've played today, this could be quite a tough game. Before today, I'd have said we would easily win this, but I'm not so sure. Alvarado ball through to Bata's shot, narrowly wide of the bottom corner. To Stegen, I'd like to think, had it covered though. But it's Bilbao with the best chance in the opening 25 minutes. There's a chance here that we might get caught on the counter-attack. We had a corner. We didn't really use it very effectively. The ball over the top towards Martinelli, whose header is there, and it trickles its way through. But I've just noticed that on the far side, the linesman's got his flag up. It will not count for Gabriel Martinelli. But Bilbao had the ball in the net. And so far, actually, we're not really being able to do too much in the game. Yeah, he's miles off. That was never in doubt. Half-time in the game then. And it is Bilbao at this moment in time asking the questions. The Barcelona fans applaud us off, but I'm not quite sure why, because we've not really seen anything to be happy about in that first half in terms of chance creation. We need to see something different in the second half, and this could be it. Goretzka goes to Sane. Back to Goretzka, the 1-2. Have we overplayed it, though? Leroy Sane now goes to that near post. And it looks like it's hit the post in the end. I tried to, pull off the defender and go into a bit of space, but I think I did that a little bit too late. If I'd have done that a little bit sooner, maybe that would have been the play. Cut it back and then have the tap in. Goretzka, what a ball that is, though, to the near post. And Jesus, glancing header, has gone wide, but this is a better start in the second half. Here is Romario. We might get one last attack, but that will be it. We're on the edge of the penalty area with Alexis for support. He tries to find the ball back to Romario, and that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. 0-0 against Bilbao. Don't know why we've had these games today. You go through days, right, of the My Player where you just don't find the chances. You just don't play well. And yeah, to make matters worse, Atletico won't have dropped points. We're now going to be 6 behind them in the league. And look at the fans. They were the same fans applauding us at half-time when the score was 0-0, and now having a go at us at full-time when it's 0-0. I mean, look at those match facts. 5 shots, 0 on target. Bilbao had 3, 2 on target. We went through 90 minutes without a single shot actually on target, which is pretty bad when you think about it. And we'll move out of the game, right? And we'll see what Atletico did. But they'll have won. 100% they'll have won. So it feels like no matter what team we're playing for, this happens anywhere. Well, they've got a game in hand, actually. So let's skip the days, right? And if we go for another season where I am 70%, if not more, of my team's goals, I will be fuming, to say the very least. Now, thankfully, they look like they've drawn rather than won. But we're actually down to 3rd right now. because Sociedad have just gone in front of us. So, we're not even in second anymore. What was their result? Let me have a quick look at that. They ended up... No, they beat Granada. What am I talking about? Oh, no, they are 6 ahead. Sorry. I got confused because I thought we were still second and I noticed that they were 5 ahead. No, they are 6. My friends, that is going to be where we bring today's video to a close. A quick look at our Champions League group. As you can see, we are through. And as long as we avoid defeat against Roma in the next video, we are through as group winners. Hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, a like would be greatly appreciated. I apologise for the lack of chances, or maybe the game's been a bit boring today. I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm struggling a little bit in terms of performances. And when I struggle, it feels like my teammates don't step up to really help me, which is weird because when I get substituted, they seem to play better. I don't know if it's the way I play this. I have a negative impact on my teammates and we don't gel together very well. But, we saw this at United. Unless I took, the game and really dominated it myself, we didn't really play that well as a team. We didn't score many goals either. I was, 80% of my team's goals at United. I hope that's not the case here again at Barcelona, especially with the quality that they've got. But do let me know if you guys are struggling a little bit in your My Player series. It'll be interesting to find out. Because, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't seem to... If I'm not playing well, I don't seem to win the games. Or if I do, they're really, really low chances, 1-0 wins. But maybe things will turn around. But we're already 6 behind Atletico Madrid. Felix is just dominating. As you can see, he's on the shortlist again for the November Player of the Month, unsurprisingly. And, yeah, we'll look forward to the next video. We'll try to really... 18 goals in 14 games is ridiculous. What? I really, really, really have to step up my game. Because otherwise Felix is just going to carry Atletico to the title. Wow. Alright, well, yeah, we'll end it there. So, as I said earlier, massive thank you for watching. If you are new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. 18 goals in 14 games. Holy. Until next time, guys, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, and I'll catch you all again very, very soon. Adios.